What's up, boys and girls? What is going on, man? It's Monday, June 26, 2023. You listen to Just My Two Cents. You know what time it is on Monday. It's recap/preview time. I'm going to be recapping UFC Jacksonville, otherwise known as UFC on ABC 5. And then I'm going to be previewing UFC Vegas 76, also known as UFC on ESPN 48. Just random, arbitrary designations for these fucking names. And just everyone's got a special little, this one's on ESPN. This one's on ABC. It's like, all right. No streamlining for that. How could I tail it? You better put that in the chat Monday, because that's no fair. You can't say, I hope you tailed this. If you didn't give it to me, how could I tail it? I don't even make no sense, dude. What's up, Lobby? How was your weekend? But yeah, man. The first part of the stream is going to be recapping UFC Jacksonville. Since the pandemic, Jacksonville's been during the pandemic, Jacksonville was, I think it was the first place in the United States that would let the UFC have a card. Remember, they tried to do it at Tachi Palace. It didn't work out. And I'm pretty sure Jacksonville was the first spot they were able to do it. So because of that, they've been like, yo, we're like, y'all helped us out. We're going to scratch your back too. The UFC gives them an event. I think it's been like every year since they've gone back to Jacksonville at least once. But yeah, it went down in Jacksonville. I'm trying to think how I feel about the event overall. The event went well for me betting. My picks were fucking terrible. The fights themselves, there were some good ones. There were like 2 or 3 really good fights. There were 2 or 3 really incredible performances. And then there were a bunch of just so it's kind of tough, you know, like overall, how do I feel about the card? I'll give it like a B, like an 85. You know, nothing crazy. But there were enough highlights where I can't be like, oh shit, dude, it fucking sucked. Like I'm not trying to be that guy. Like I shit on the UFC enough, and I don't know, man. Like it's a fucking fight night card. There was a couple good fights. I don't know. Y'all tell me, man. What'd y'all think about the card overall? What grade would you give this card overall? Look it up last Friday. I put it in the chat. I must have. Hey, if you put it in the chat, then I'm the idiot for not tailing you. Kusumano. Fucking Joe Kusumano, eh? Yeah, definitely. I honestly, dude, I probably won't even paying attention. Like I only remember Joe Cusimano as the dude that got fucking chin checked by Daniel Dubois. So yeah, no, I must have just skipped right over that. But yeah, good shout, dude. Yeah, Kaunaki, dude. To think that he was like a candidate to fight AJ. Like how like, dude, I'm kind of a Joshua hater, but like AJ would have sparked that motherfucker in 3 rounds. Kaunaki's such a hype job, dude. Like getting put away by Hellenius like that, like nah, man, that was not like an upset. Looking back on that, it's just like Kaunaki was always just a fucking fraud. Dogs need finishes. Jackie boy. I'm assuming that's good day. If it is, good day to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. What's up, Zach? How was your weekend? Kaunaki passed up $6 million to fight AJ and get KO'd. I know, right? I mean, at least you're gonna get knocked out. At least get a big bag. You're gonna get a little bit more attention. Like Joshua was a pretty popular boxer. Like, yeah. In hindsight, it's hilarious that was even a fucking possibility. But like, yeah, dude, that only would have gone one fucking way. Very funny though. Yeah, we can talk a little boxing at the end of the stream if you want to, Lobby. There was definitely a couple fights that I watched that I will speak on. But right now, we're gonna recap UFC Jacksonville. What do you have to say about that, Lobby? What are your feelings or your takes on that? Good job. Yes, it's good day rather than good morning. Yes, indeed. I know it's a little bit later in the day for you, Jackie boy. How's your afternoon going? Evening, what have you? Hope you're keeping well. So yeah, man, UFC Jacksonville. I covered the weigh-ins Friday. This is why I say, man, don't fucking do it. There's a lot of fighters right there that I thought looked like absolute shit. They went out there and fucking got it done. It just doesn't really matter that much. And I mean, this one, yeah, a little like several of the fighters that look good won, but the dude I thought looked the best got fucking shadow realmed. So that's why I say, man, if I was you, I just wouldn't do it. But yeah, so we will start. We'll go through the card fight by fight. I'll tell you what I thought about the fights, tell you how I did with my picks and my bets. And yeah, man, it's Monday. Hope y'all's Monday is going well so far. Got a little, what do I have here? This is a ground up blend of bubble gum cake and wicked space. And it's tight. Cheers. So yeah, this would have been the opener. But Clownson fucking Rodriguez, who so many people were on, of course, ducks the Tatsura Taira smoke. He was not going to suffer that. I'm happy, thank you. Nah, he wasn't having that. But that's pretty corny. Like I said, that was a stunt. he had no intention of fighting him. That kind of weight miss, nah. Like it's different. It would have been different if like he'd gone up there, missed the weight, and they'd said Clayton will not continue to cut weight. That way, I know at least you already know what time it is. But to go up there, miss by 3 pounds, and then have the official statement be, "Oh, I'm going to continue to cut weight." That's when I knew it was a stunt. That's when I knew it was a fucking stunt. If he had intended to do it, he would have been like, "Nah, I missed. Like, I have no intention of cutting the weight. I'm just trying to get the advantage in the fight. I know I'm probably going to lose, but I do want to go out there and at least see if I can fight." Nah, like the fact that you're like, "Oh, I missed weight by 3 pounds. What happened? Oh no, no, I'm going to cut it. No, no, I'm going to cut it. No, I promise I will." Like you're not, dude. You're pulling a fucking stunt. So yeah, I just want to say that real quick. So that would have been the first fight. The actual first fight was Cedricus SD Dumas just having more of a fighter's mentality, just having more heart and will to win than Cody Brundage. That was a really weird performance from Brundage. Before I get too deep into the stream, shout out to my dude Aaron the Dog. Subscribe to Aaron the Dog MMA. Check him out. Last Wednesday, and if you've been watching his show, I hope you have. He is Cedricus Dumas. Like he supports the guy. He's had him on his channel before. So he's a Dumas backer. And I knew that going into last week. But I tell you, man, if you watched that last Wednesday stream, like shout out to Jewish Better too, man. I'm pretty sure both of them were on Dumas. Like it got me like, especially Aaron was just like I said, I even said on stream, like he was like tractor beaming me over to the fucking Dumas side. I wanted to pick Dumas. I wanted to my initial gut read was Brundage. And I don't know, man. I just like, I guess it was arrogance. Like I was like, nah, I think my gut read is right. And I picked Cody Brundage. So shout out to Aaron the Dog, MMA. I know he was on Dumas. Excellent read. I should have been too. I don't know, man. That was just pathetic from Brundage, dude. Honestly, you just need to fucking cut him. Like he has looked sketchy in other fights too. Like that was the worst of it, but it's not a one-off, man. Like he's getting out grappled by Olasechuk and almost getting put out by fucking Dalcha. He's just not a very good fighter on a UFC level. He's a regional level fighter. He'll do fine, but like just he's not fighting like the cream of the crop, and he just can't get. He is just a fucking can't get right, dude. He can't get it together. He can't like seem to find any kind of rhythm or like. There's no consistency to any of his performances. It's just a crapshoot of shit. I don't know, man. He's a fucking bust. He's a hype job. He's a bust. I don't think he's UFC level. The dudes he's beating aren't UFC level, really. Like even Gore, man. Gore was beating his ass, and he just fucking. That's looking more like a fluke knockout, honestly. Is it not to y'all? Is Cody Brundage versus Tresean Gore not looking like a little bit of a fluke? I don't know, man. Maybe you say Gore versus Fremd is a fluke, but I don't know, man. Brundage to me is not UFC level. I just say fucking cut him. It's not like he's the worst fighter I've ever seen. Like he has moments, but like he's just can't put it together in the UFC, and he's not like Dumas. Dumas was looking a little sketchy himself in his last fight, and he's not very experienced, relatively speaking. Like he has like not even 10 fights as a pro. But shout out to Cedricus Dumas, man. He came in there, he wanted it more. He looked a lot better than Brundage did. Looked a lot better than his last fight. So yeah, shout out to him. He got it done. He just wanted to be there. He just fucking wanted it more. I don't know how else to describe it. Brundage just looked fucking defeated from the second he got in there. Just weird, man. Really weird. I feel like a fucking retard for picking Cody Brundage. You can shame me all you want for that. What up, homie Noah? I was killing UFC until Onama, the giant crow bird. I'm sorry, dude. I hate that. It felt good to win that, but knowing that one of my buds, it was his undoing. I don't feel great about that. Zamagulov, previous retirement fight fade. Yeah, you know what? That's a good shout. It's TC's time. That was a good dog. Appreciate it. I would have gone perfect if not Emmer's robbery and Santos shadow round. Dang, good picks, dude. What you say, Bo? What are you doing? What's up, Mick? How's your weekend, dude? Shout out to the motherfucking general, the leader of the dome. Shout out to the dome. Dome in here strong. Good to see y'all, boys. No IQ, no heart, no fucking heart. No, we knew he didn't have the IQ. Yes, you're right about that. No IQ. He didn't have any fucking heart in this fight, dude. He just looked like he was about to fucking cry. It's just weird, man. Like Montoya, it's hilarious too. That, and honestly, man, that's a great shout for an alarm. Wake the fuck up. If you don't wake the fuck up right now, everything you fought for is going to be fucking gone. Now wake the fuck up. Like, what Montoya was doing, short of just slapping him in the face and throwing ice water in his face, he was doing everything he could to snap Brundage out of it. And he just I'm sorry. I that was pathetic. That was a pathetic performance from Brundage. He should be ashamed of himself. Dude, he did it That is a fight IQ thing. Dude, he literally could have sat down. If he just sat down, he might have been in full he might have been in full mount and could have just GMP'd him. Just a knucklehead, and just kind of, he just looked yellow in that fight to me, dude. He just looked yellow to me. I'm sorry. That's not so much a fight IQ thing. That's a you just didn't have the fucking guts, dude. I know that sounds crazy for someone that's doesn't fight, but you're a UFC fighter, man. He just didn't fucking have any fucking fortitude in that fight. Thought Gore was losing it. I just think he didn't have the fucking heart. Doesn't have the right stuff. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Gore is a little green. Yeah, I'd say Brundage he don't got it between the ears. He don't got it in the chest. He don't got it in the guts. He just don't fucking have it, man. Still waiting to fade Dumas. That's fair. Yeah, fair enough. Yep. Do you want Hebus versus Ricci next? You know what? That's not a bad shout, actually. I don't know if Jackie Boy would agree with that. Jack usually likes to match up winners versus winners, but they would kind of meet in the middle. Ricci's on her way up. Amanda, is going to take a step back with that one. Hey, that's another thing too. I heard people throw that out. I don't always like to go straight to that, but it's begging the question. I'll at least give you that. It's definitely begging the question. It looked like he wanted no part of that fight. You want to talk if showing up to get a check was a person. Yeah. No, I hear you. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Now, dude, I went back and watched this fight. Nah, man, that was a fucking robbery. That was a robbery. I don't want to hear it. Giving Jenkins the first round is fine. Giving him the second round, nah, you either bet Jenkins or you picked him, or you're a Jenkins stan, or you're a Strawyan. Like, that's what that is. He didn't win the second round of that fight. Not only did he get statistically outstruck in the second round, he got visually outstruck. Visually, Emmers was landing the harder punches. There's no like, well, I thought Jenkins was. No, he didn't. The hardest shots of the second round were categorically, undeniably, like, there is no debate. Emmers, not only did he land the hardest strikes of the second round, he landed more strikes in the second round. That was a robbery. That was narrative based. They're pushing Jenkins. I can see why Emmers was robbed because of the narrative, but he didn't, like, Jenkins didn't win that fight. Jamal Emmers won the second and the third round. The first round was pretty close too. Like, if you scored at 30-27 for Emmers, that's more reasonable than 29-28 Jenkins. I'm sorry, Jack Jenkins lost that fight. I watched it yesterday. It's nah, man. I even watched it with like trying to score the second round for Jenkins, and just no, man. He landed like one good punch and two good leg kicks, and that's the thing about the leg kicks. There's another fight coming up where it actually affected the fight. Leg kicks are a means to an end, to slow your opponent down, to get them standing right in front of you. Yes, you can stop a fight with leg kicks, but normally it's a means to an end. Emmers wasn't affected enough by, like, he had his strongest round in the third round. It didn't affect the fight to the, like, the hardest leg kicks Jenkins landed were in the fucking first round. And Emmers won the second and the third pretty clearly. So, nah, man, that was a robbery. You can tell they're far. They love saying his name. His stupid fucking what the fuck does that mean? Phar, Phar. That's corny. Jenkins is corny. They love his fucking mustache mullet. It's that's the WWE side of UFC, which is now they're now just intrinsically linked. That was a robbery. Period. Unfortunate for Emmers. Hey man, shout out to Jamal Emmers. You want to talk about getting screwed like a fucking champ? Like, he got fucked in that fight, but he didn't bitch about it. He just said, "It is what it is, man. There's people out there fucking starving to death. There's like all kinds of horrible shit is going on. Like, I lost the fight." So, dude, shout out to him. I think we can all take a little something from Jamal Emmers, but dude, he got fucked in that fight. Jack Jenkins did not win that. Nothing against Jenkins personally. It wasn't, he didn't do it, but nah, man. Agree? I don't hate it. I don't hate 30-27 Emmers whatsoever. He got fucked. Stubborn Mix says, I have a theory. So the judges were taking a little cat nap. Then at the end of the round, Jenkins got that takedown and the mat slap. The judge is like, oh, we must have won. Oh, dude, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. He did nothing with that takedown. Like, Emmers was lighting him up at the end of the second round. Like, Jenkins came out strong at the start of the first and the second, but then it's particularly in the second, he was really starting to get tuned up at the end of the second round. And like, even at the end of the first round, he started to get tuned up. He gets the takedown, jumps on the back, but then he falls right off. Emmers ends up on top and lands some decent ground and pound to end the round. That's not a bad theory. You got screwed on that one, man. That's bullshit. I agree. That's how you take a loss. Right on the chin, no excuses. No fucking Chris Curtis. Take notes. Chris Curtis, learn from Jamal Emmers. Big up to Jamal Emmers. Shouts to him. If I was at the casino, I'm running at the window with the ticket before they read the decision. Yeah, I thought he looked good. People fucking sucking Jack Jenkins' dick. Emmers fucking beat him. They just don't want another prospect from what has been a burgeoning market in recent years. In the last getting close to 10 years, like 2015, 2014, like, you know what I mean? Like when Whitaker and them are starting to come up. Like, I think 2016 is when Whitaker got the interim, and then they just made it when he had the Yoel Romero fights. Like, that's kind of when it started. And then Adesanya kind of brought it up the rear, and then it's been an emerging market for like going on 10 years. He's another prospect. That's what it was to me. That's another thing. Thank you, Mick and Lobby, both bringing up good points to supplement this argument. That's even more nefarious. Oh yeah, absolutely. I 1000% agree with that statement. That was my score too. That's what I had it to. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I can give Jack Jenkins the first round. I had it 29-28 Emmers though. Same thing. I gave him 2 and 3. Yeah, totally. Yep. Yeah, we're on the same page there, boys. Now this one, boys, I was just wrong about this. Shout out to Chepe Mariscal I just wrote the dude off. I was like, he's chinny and he's going to get chinned. He's going to get chinned by his chinny chin. But he out-boboed the bow. They both went in there to do some gravel scratching, and Chepe Mariscal just scratched a little bit more gravel. That's all that was. Yeah, it was coming. It was definitely coming for Peak at some point. I thought against a guy like Mariscal, he'd be able to get him up out of there. But Peak is fun, but he done just about peaked, I think. Like Mariscal, I am looking to fade him. They're both a fade. It might go in opposite directions though. People might like just be like, "Oh, Peak is totally shit," and then he'll just knock some dude out in his next fight. But for Mariscal, nah, I didn't really. That was a fun fight. It definitely was a fun fight, but it was just, if we're being honest, like they couldn't spell the word technique. Especially Trevor Peak. Like, he was literally that was just like, it just looked like a drunken bar fight. Where it's just head down, haymakers, back fists, whatever momentum my body is going in, I'm just throwing another strike and falling forward. That's what Peak was doing. It was fun though. I really wanted to get that fight of the night. If that's your fight of the night, I ain't mad at you, Bo. That was a fucking slobber knocker, and it was fun. I'm not going to hate on that fight. Entertainment-wise, Chepe, Bobo Peak, thank you. That was a good time. But, yeah. I think Chepe Mariscal he may get a little bit overrated after that. And I still think he is primed for a chin checking. Peak, just don't. Yeah, I agree. What's up, dude? How are you? I was just putting you over a little earlier. Good call on Dumas, man. Your dude got it done. I should have listened, man. My fucking dumbass arrogantly picked the stupidest fuck on the card. Real smart for me. Dude, it was fun, but I gave fight of the night to another couple. Perfectly stated. Quite right. Quite right. Yes, indeed. Man, missing some peeps in the chat, dude. I'm sorry. I'm just going off on tangents here. Well, it's the big show. Hit that fucking like button show tonight. What's up, show? What you doing, Bo? How was your weekend? Shout out to the boys at Pub Sports Radio. I was in there Saturday. I finally got to fucking brag a little bit. For once, I didn't get my fucking ass handed to me in bets, but yeah, dude. Let's see. I don't know how you can trash these motherfuckers. I'm not trashing it, dude. I'm not trashing it. I'm saying I don't think it was fight of the night because of the level of the fight. Technique wise, he has none. They're definitely trash. He threw terrible strikes and got a KO. Yeah, agreed. Jenkins versus Mariscal. I don't mind it, dude. I like that style, Jackie boy. Dude, I love that fucking gif of him fake fucking fainting the hammer fist, the tomahawk. Peak, like, what are you? Oh, dude, that's another good shout, man. That is what do you think of that, Jack? I think Terrence hurts peaks and then gas is bad. Yeah. Dude, that's a good shout. I like that. All right, Jack. That's a little bit fucking sadistic. Okay, you heard it all right. You heard it right there, boys. Jack wants Matt Wyman to die. Jack is seeking the death of Matt Wyman. That's a little fucked up, Jack. Yeah, dude, that's a great fight. I like that. McKinney KOs himself via asthma, via self asphyxiation. What up, boys? Peak versus a god, dude. Y'all are fucking getting sadistic, man. It is too early for you fucking sadists, dude. What's up, bro? Weekend went well. Nice, man. I'm glad to hear it. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Peak McKinney, Amir. Oh my god. I tell you who whoop them all. I tell you who whoop them all. Brandon Davis, Bo. Are we talking marathons? Oh, Brandon Davis, whoop you silly. Now, track events, I don't know. Maybe throw Landwehr in there. What is up with these fucking country dudes and they're fucking like Landwehr and Brandon Davis? Like two of the more country dudes there are, and like they're just like known for their like track shit and like long distance running and stuff. It's funny. Just saying tomahawk fist. It is, dude. It's literally like a tomahawk strike. Someone needs to make a fucking thing where they just like superimpose a tomahawk on his arm in his fight. Like I know someone can make an edit like that. You know, I'm talking about like where they have the fucking Dragon Ball Z effects when people hit someone, you know, and they slow it down. You know what I'm talking about. Put a damn tomahawk on it. Fucking Trevor Peak. Yeah, I mean, they can make some fun fights. It's just going to be fucking tough man contest, Bobo level, fucking just Bo jocking around, dude. I don't know. Anyways, we'll get on to the next fight here in a second. Ooh, I like that. That's a good shout. Man, good suggestions, boys. What do you think about that, Jack? You thinking of starting the fucking aftermatch back? I don't know, dude. These suggestions are like, I think they're better than what you can suggest, and I just think you're too scared. I think you're too scared to do the aftermatch. Guys, do you think my fucking reverse psychology is working on Jack? I'm trying to goad him into starting the aftermatch back again, so just play along. Peak has too much to lose. Peak has to lose so much of his power swinging and landing those. Yeah. General chilling. Aaron said, let the man rest. Good God. Yep, Emmett, we're going to turn this right back around. You take a week, heal up, back in camp. Emmett versus Peak. Good googly moogly. That's funny, dude. All right. What we got? Next fight is, man, pretty good debut. Pretty good from Josh Van. Man, fucking rough sledding for Zalgas, dude. But this is one where there's not really a whole lot of controversy. I just feel bad for the guy because if this was like a few fights ago, like a couple years ago when Zalgas was a little bit quicker, a little bit fresher, a little bit less having been robbed here, like I think he might have won this fight because you could see like he really tried to win this. He really tried to stay in there. This was really a kind of a father time kind of fight where it's like he just looked a little bit older, a little bit slower, a little bit like just behind the 8 ball. You know, the young guns beating him to the punch. Like Van looked really good though. And I mean, Zalgas isn't completely washed. He went in there and fought pretty hard. It just Van was just younger, crispier on the feet. Impressive from Josh Van, to be sure. I just came away from this fight just feeling bad for Zalgas, man. It's just like he got the fuck put to him on a couple fights, and like now it's just This was a tough matchup for him. Shout out to him for taking this fight. Like I said, Van's 21 years old, 20 or 21. He's gonna get better. The striking already looks good. Yeah, he put hands on Zalgas, dude. Clearly won the fight. Felt bad for old Ringo. And Ringo's proud of you too. Tell you proud of you, Ringo. But yeah, I that's what it was. Van won. Looked good. Shout out to him. I was wrong. I thought Zalgas might give him a vet lesson, but Van is here to stay. Looks like. Looking forward to seeing what they give him. What do you think about Van next, Jackie boy? Yeah, people in the chat giving you a run for your money on this fucking on this matchup thing. Yeah, I agree. Yep. I thought Van was gonna get him out of there. Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just maybe like a little. Zalgas will throw you a bone here. We'll at least give you a fucking split. Master Z doomed to fail, had no finishing ability, and can't win a decision if his life depends on it. Yep. Good shout, dude. Take a victory lap. I like it. Yep, round them bases. Knock that one out of the park, which is funny, Zach. Zalgas had a lot of decisions go his way pre-UFC that should not have. That's interesting. Yep. Man, Zalgas is like... Zalgas is like karma, like incarnate. I don't think they should have given Van I don't think they should give Van a step up after this because ZZ is PP and he has time to grow. Yeah, his career kind of came full circle. I know, right? It all shook out in the end. Yep. Everything's a step up to Z. His record is pretty accurate. Yep. You see the results and the fruits of the happening. I'm kind of thinking Van Dvorak, that's the kind of test might be just enough to potentially set him back. Yeah, maybe Dvorak bounces back there, but man, I think so too. That's a good shout, dude. Yeah, maybe here in like a few fights or so. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah, dude. The homie's giving you a run for your money, Jackie boy. I think you need to fire that whole aftermatch back up and fucking set the record straight. I don't know. That's just me. I'm gonna fucking reload this chilla, man. Shout out to the A people in the building. Hope you boys are doing well. It's Monday. Fresh week, fresh start. I'm going to finish this recap and then do a little bit of a preview of UFC Vegas 76 / UFC Vegas on fucking ESPN 48. Whatever in the fuck else they've decided to name this card. They can't make up their minds, that's for sure. Yeah, dude. Join me, won't you, for a little bubblegum cake and wicked space. I grinded them up and I blended them up, and then I'm smoking and it did it up. Hot off the press, boys. Hot take. Spicy now. Royval going to be champ in 2024. You heard it right there. This next card is beyond poverty. God, don't tell me that. God, please don't tell me that. Jesus Christ. What's up, TNT? How are you? How was your weekend? Does Strickland even give a shit about this fight? Maybe. My hands are cuffed like a bomb. Strickland getting knocked out would surprise who exactly? Great day in the morning, boys. It's getting spicy already. Holy shit. All right. Yeah, man. That'll be fun. That preview will be fun. Okay, so this one kind of put me to sleep. Unfortunate for Jillian Robertson. Yeah, man. I don't know. It was kind of a weird fight. I still think people are going to like overrate Tabitha Ricci. Jillian's striking has never been that good. Dean Thomas is a really good grappling coach, but they have him up there in all these fights talking about what this person needs to do, what that person needs to do. Dean, you listen to this. This is what you need to do with Jillian. You need to work on some fucking hand speed drills. Jillian Robertson, I'm sorry, she has maybe the slowest right hand I've ever seen. That's what Dean needs to work on with her. Not the technique. Well, yeah, the technique. Just extend the right hand and work on some drills to throw that shit faster. Hit the speed bag. I know doubling bag isn't as much for speed, but like, I don't know, man. That's the one thing that stuck out to me. It just sucks because like I wanted to see more of the grappling. It was just frustrating. I wanted to see more of that. That was Jillian's path. There just weren't enough opportunities. It just stayed on the feet, and like Ricci was the better striker. But yeah, man, it sucks for Jillian, dude. I know shout out to my dude Aaron. I know that's Jillian's his homie. So I know that's a bummer, man. Definitely. I know Jillian can't be happy with that performance. I'm sure she's frustrated with herself. It just sucks. I don't know how else to put it. But yeah, that's what that'd be my one. Like, that's what she could work on in the future. Like, she didn't like get obliterated or anything. It was just like man, that right hand is slow. It was there for her. It's just like she didn't extend it. She didn't follow through with it. And it was just like there was just no way it was going to land. But Ricci, like I said, people are going to overrate Ricci. Like, a good striker is going to beat Tabitha Ricci's ass. And people are still going to simp for her. So, agreed. I like Jillian. She seems like a really fucking cool chick, and she is lethal on the ground. Just like she was kind of up against it in a striking match. I like this card for betting a little bit more than the last. I'm definitely looking to July is the month for betting this. Let's fucking go, Jackie boy. Yes, let's manifest positive energy. Harness energy, block, bat. I'm not betting Strickland. Goo, raid day in the morning. Minus 560. Yeah, Ricci is going to get overrated. Ricci's going to really get overrated. No gain in beating Abus. Yeah, it's high risk, low reward for Strickland. That's for sure. I agree with that. Yeah. Jillian was too hesitant and fearful. I don't know why. I blame JRE. Fade guess on Joe Rogan experience. Their next fight. Shout out to the 10 people in the building. Yeah, man. Man, Mick with the fucking Mystic Mick, man. I like it. Ricci was free money. Yeah, congrats. Good shout. Very free. I tried to warn y'all, Jillian can't win. It's just she just never got the fight. Never got the fight to never got the opportunities. She did nothing. And so she admitted she couldn't get started, and she says she has no idea why. Kind of troubling. This is very winnable. That sucks, man. That sucks. Yeah. I mean, you think about it like, yeah. You think about like when anyone that's performed in front of like people before, or spoke in front of people before, or had some kind of like public appearance, or like had to put on a performance. I don't know, man. Anyone that has done anything like that, there's been times you've gone up there and you just haven't felt right. You just haven't felt like yourself, having an off day. Maybe you felt good going into it, and then you got there and it just didn't fucking happen. Maybe it was one of those. Seems like it might have been one of those. And there's just like nothing you can do about it. Like after the fact, you can point right to it and be like, yep, that's exactly what happened. And in the moment, you just can't do shit about it. It's definitely happened to me before on a way smaller stage. So that just sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. But it's not like it's not like she's fucking, Jillian's toast now. It's like, whatever. She'll bounce back. I hope that Jillian is a big underdog in her next fight. I hope so. I think the next fight for Jillian might be a good spot. Yeah, they just struck. They just struck on the feet. Psycho. What's Psycho? Ricci Island is nice. Yeah, I bet, with that old dumper. Yeah, I think that's fair. She's okay. She's like good everywhere. Not great anywhere, but good. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, dude. Psycho. It's a flow happy. Feel it. I'm waving from Taporia Island. Hey guys, I'm over here on Onama Island waving. We're all on our little Victory Islands. Joaquin Buckley went on JRE, got knocked out. Great. Mike Perry about to lose his next fucking bare knuckle boxing fight. Great. Happened to a great day. Everybody on Jillian. It's dumb. It's not off day. Robertson versus Liam. God. Jillian fucking. That's a fucking Robertson first round sub. She got exposed for the 8th time. Ricci versus KGB. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Andrew will probably be fucking full of piss and vinegar. Good test for Tabby. I like that. I like that, Jackie boy. Just make another aftermatch show and put that on it. Yeah. Prognostications. Yeah, what I think is like, I think that's kind of the fight. I think Leonardo might be like a little bit stronger of a wrestler and will take Jillian down and give Robertson opportunities for like guard attacks, which is kind of a specialty. I was wondering the Trevor Peak line was so even. That man, I did mention something about that earlier. Like, why? If Peak was, because it seemed like so many people were on Peak, and I would just think like, as much as they're pushing the guy, as popular as he is, as much as everyone seems to vocally at least be siding with him, why is the line just dead fucking even and just stayed that way? That was weird. Peak was a trap. He certainly was. He certainly was. Hindsight's 2020. Excuse me. And that, yeah, definitely. For sure. But yeah, we can press on. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go. I mean, did I or did I not call this motherfucker to a T? I gotta say, man. This one felt real good. I told y'all that last week for the first time, I had done something that several of y'all had been suggesting, and I've heard a lot of other people suggest too, that it can be a good tool to set your own lines. Just in your mind, who do you think should be the favorite? And then look and see what the bookies actually have it at. And then look for big, like, outliers or things that stand out to you. That's what I did for this fight card. And the ones that stood out to me that were off from what lines I set, I bet on them. And this was one of them. I thought Rebecca should have been lined a little higher. So when I saw that he was like minus 150, I wrote it down. I said, hey, maybe possible parlay piece. Now, I didn't have this originally parlayed. Originally, it was, I'm happy, thank you, and Magny. It was Tatsuro Taira and Magny. Clownson ducked the smoke, cashed out, made a new bet. I'll be honest with you though, seeing or hearing so many people on Rajabov, whatever, I was definitely nervous. But I sacked up, I pulled the trigger, I put Mateusz Rebecki in a parlay, and I used my free bet on the fucking knockout. So yeah, once again, shout out to my dude Aaron the Dog MMA. Subscribe to his channel. Check out his content that he puts out all fucking week. But on Wednesday, on his show, the reason I picked Rebecki was in the tape study. He just threw with more fucking like wicked intent. Rajabov's big. Loic obviously hits hard. He has knockouts. But to me, it's the intent, man. Rebecki is trying to hurt you with every fucking strike. He puts 100% into everything, not just the punches. Look at these fucking inside low kicks, dude. He literally got a knockdown with an inside low kick. Now, the calf kick has been the hot shit recently. That's the new trendy leg strike. But, dude, Mateusz Rebecki took it back to the streets. Went old school, the inside low kick. Now, he's a southpaw, but, dude, he took out both of Rajabov's legs. He got knockdowns with leg kicks on both legs. He got a knockdown with an inside leg kick right here. And then this one right here, this next one, this is another knockdown. And this is a sweet fucking photo, dude. That's a badass shot, man. Look at that shit. He's almost parallel. Look at his fucking right leg, dude. Get low like fucking Lil Jon, man. This kick right here ended up Loic had to switch to southpaw because his leg was so fucked up. And then Rebeski just took out the other leg. So he got knockdowns with both fucking legs. And then he ended up dropping him with an overhand left. And then the ref waved it off, which I think is a good stoppage, man. The guy couldn't stand. He couldn't generate enough power to get Rebeski off of him. Matau showed great fucking head movement. This was just like, this fight went down exactly like I thought it would. Lines don't move when everyone is on them because of fake bettors. I mean, cappers. Yeah, appreciate it, dude. I did call it, Jank. I did call this, Jank. My take was hot trash here. You weren't the only one, Jack. I saw some people talking about Loic by knockout and shit. I think both these guys are mid as fuck. I think Loic is. I think Loic's a jobber. I think Rumbeski obviously is better. I think he's a little bit higher of a quality. And like what I like about the dude, he's just mean. He's just mean. Like that's the kind of guy that I like. If it's going to be like a striking affair, he's going to be the dude pressing forward. He's going to be more aggressive. And if it's close, he's going to be the one that is fucking winging the harder punches. So I like that. I like that he has knockout power. I like that he has vicious fucking low kicks. And he has good grappling too. He took Loic down. No problemo. Like, moved to fucking side control. No problemo. Like, I think it's pretty good. I'm not going to fucking like go crazy with him, but yeah, I like them to give him, you know, a little bit of a step up on the next one. See what we got here. He's not that old. He's like, I mean, he's not like a spring chicken, but he's what, like 30? That shit he did to Loic, he'll do that for 15 minutes. Even if he slows down a little bit, he'll still just take a deep breath and just whoa, whoa, whoa. Gnarly Samuel Tarley. Loic versus Demir Hadzafish Gray. Rebeski versus O'Mass. Good googly moogly, dude. They're both getting treated to Euro trash. They can out Euro trash him. Rebeski can out Euro trash Madsen. Madsen, yeah, he's an old fraud, dude. Man, I tell you what, Madsen versus Rebeski, that's another knockout, dude. That's a knock. Rebeski would fucking knock his block off, dude. Oh, he'd fucking chin check him. Yeah, he'd fucking spark him. I can't think of a good fight for Rebeski, but he deserves a tough test. I agree. I mean, people were high on Loic. Look how big he is, dude. I think he's going to knock Rebeski out. It's like, what? Oh, Madsen, I don't know. From Hell, Pichelle. I don't mind that. I will like Rebeski if he shaves off that peninsula on his dome. He does have Florida hanging off his fucking the front of his head. Rebeski versus Garam if he wins. If not, Elvis Brenner. Great. I got Elvis Brenner fight coming up, dude. Versus Patty. Ooh, dude. I don't know. I don't know if Patty takes that one. Rebecca, I don't know. I don't like that one for your boy Patty Jack. I don't know if they should feed. I don't know if they should feed Patty to Rumbeski, dude. That's high risk, low reward. But yeah, man. Shout out to Mateusz Rumbeski. He fucking killed it. Easily cleared that leg. That's the best, man. You got a parlay. Nothing's sweatier on a parlay than like a split decision. But a finish, dude, when you just clear that leg easily, it's like, fuck yes. How I thought going into that, like the Rebecca Magny parlay, I was way more worried about Rebeski because of how everyone else was talking. Like, I still felt pretty good about it, but I was more worried about that than I was about Magny. But how the fights played out, like, it couldn't have been more the opposite. Like, as soon as this fight started, I was like, man, yeah, Mateusz is the side. Magny Rowe, my heart was pounding until they said the Haitian sensation. So let's talk about this fight. Oh no, I skipped right over this. Apologies. Man, I just fucking, that was a little Freudian slip there. Randy Brown spoils Welter Waitington's debut. The welterweight debut of Wellington Turman. I thought Randy Brown won this fight. I didn't really see a ton of controversy in it, honestly. I thought I can't remember what the numbers were, but it looked to me like Brown was landing more impactfully. I didn't go back and rewatch it in fairness, but I remember thinking that Randy Brown won and it not being like a ton of controversy. But y'all let me know. What did y'all think about it? I mean, I didn't think it was. I don't know. Honestly, dude, if you want to call this the snoozer of the night, I'm fine with it. It was very fucking forgettable. Can y'all think of like crazy moments that happened in this fight? I just remember thinking that Brown won a decision, and then that was all I really thought about it. I was still kind of like floating off the fucking Rebeski performance. He says, take a fucking number and get in line. Turman Rob Gray. I thought Turman won, but didn't rewatch and didn't think robbery. Right on. Boring. That is exactly what I thought. I was like, I think Brown won, and I just don't really care. Dude, if that was your snoozer of the night, well played. Personally, for me, Ricci Robertson was my snoozer, but plus 250 Brown decision, I was excited enough. Cha-ching, Zach said cash it. I had Brown winning. I did as well. I had 29-28 Brown. Yeah, Turman, I don't like this move. Now, Brown is a little bit of an exception. Like most welterweights, Turman is probably going to be a little bit bigger than. Like Brown is one of the biggest welterweights there is, especially as far as like height and reach. So Wellington was a little physically outmatched still, even though he was dropping down. I just don't like the move in principle for a guy like that. It's different if like you're having a lot of success, but you just I just don't like that. I don't like I'm moving down because I'm getting my fucking ass beat. I'm getting trounced at this higher weight class. So I'm moving down. That move to me has always been like really? Okay. I'm much more of a fan of the move up. Like I'm going to move up, not cut as much weight, give myself a better chance to be healthier. If you're just outmatched physically, I don't know, man. I don't like the starting it because he's fought at welterweight before, but in UFC, it's been all middleweight. And he just kind of like showed himself to be chinny and kind of physically outmatched. And then he drops down to like get the advantage. I don't know, man. he's gonna fuck around and get knocked out again. Let's just be real. Like Randy Brown, yeah, he's a good striker. He's got some knockouts, but like I don't know, more of a little bit more of a point fighter to me. I don't know. Good win for Randy Brown though. Put a little shine on him. What would y'all? I don't know. What's next for Randy Brown? Who knows? He's just kind of always been like a middle of the pack action fighter. Like he's not terrible. He can get some wins, some good finishes, but it's usually against just like another fighter that's on his level. Like he's a fun action fighter. He puts on some good performances. He can look good against certain type of fighters. But you get the level starts to get too high, and you see what happens. Like he fights a hot prospect in Jack Della, although in fairness, Jack Della would do that to a lot of people. But yeah, I think Randy Brown is still just kind of what I'm saying is it's kind of a spinning his wheels performance. Like he gets the win. I just don't know how much it does for him as far as like moving his stock up or down. That's what I'm trying to say. Takes me a minute, but I'll get my damn point across. Shout out to the 10 people in the building again. He says, white trash paradise, Bobo. I've been to the top of the mountain, Bo. Pecan is a trailer park. Yeah, man. Shout out to my dude Aaron the dog. Fuck yeah. That'd be sick. Cash it, don't trash it. I'll trash whatever in the hell I want to, Lobby. I am on Bo Nickel Island, dude. Onama Island is sick. I gotta tell y'all. Brown is a walking hype job, king of the robbery. No, with the hot takes. Turman definitely looked like a welterweight in there. To me, though, Brown's still big. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, God. The move up is no better in most cases. Power never transfers. You know what, Zach? Don't you dare fucking tear my theory down. Just blindly agree with everything I say. All right. Brown isn't good. I don't know when they thought that happened. I picked Brown because Turman sucks, but Brown was worse than I thought. Yeah, that might happen too. Randy Brown might get a little overvalued because of that. But to me, like I said, spin his wheels kind of performance. I still don't feel it. I don't feel any worse about Randy Brown, but I don't know how much better I feel about him. Picking Brown was more of a fade on Turman, to me, if I'm honest. But he gets the win. He gets the win in a lackluster, middle of the card, very forgettable decision. But I'm not trying to hate on it. He got the job done. And interested to see who they give Randy Brown next. Now, this one, I went back and rewatched it. Still a close fight. Still a close fight. I think the most clear round is round 3 for Neil Magny. If you said that Phil Rowe won the first and the second round, I don't hate it. I don't necessarily agree, but I don't hate it. To me, like, the first round's close too. All the rounds are close. So that's why I'm not like, if you had Rowe winning it, I'm not like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it was a close fight. It was a close fight. Rowe landed some hard punches in the first and second round. I gave Magny the second and the third round because in the second round, I thought Rowe started strong but Magny started to wear on him a little bit and did a little bit more with like the dirty boxing and the clinch fighting. But yeah, I gave Rowe the first round. I thought I thought Rowe's right hand was like the hardest punch of the first round, or the hardest strike period, the biggest moment of the first round. And it was pretty close on the feet other than that. And like Magny just had a lot of cage control time. I gave Rowe the first round. The second round was close too. Like Rowe did good work at the beginning of the round. If you gave him that round, I'm fine with it. But to me, I scored it for Magny because like with 2 minutes left, Neal kind of started to take over. He landed some really good knees towards the end of it. And I just edged the second round to him. Had a 29-28 Magny. It was close. I was sweating. I was way more confident about Magny going into this fight than I was, like I said. I was confident about Rebecca, but like, I was like, nah, man, this is a levels fight. Magny's going to just fucking sun him completely. And it was way closer than I originally thought it would be. So, yeah, shout out to Phil Rowe. Put on a good fight. I think he faded a little bit. I think Neil Magny's cardio proved to just be a little bit more the vet savvy to just kind of stick to him, not let Rowe stand at range and get into a groove with his boxing. Yeah, Magny just, yeah, in that sense, yeah, he did kind of vet performance him, like just blitz forward into the clinch. And he was landing pretty good when he would blitz forward, in fairness. Like he would push Rowe back, kind of crack him, and then either push him against the fence or go right into the clinch. And yeah, that's Neil Magny. That's, grinds out an ugly decision. I mean, it's an ugly fight. It's when Magny wins, is ugly. Like, he doesn't have like incredible technique with his hands. He just kind of like male Juliana Pena's forward and like gets it. But when he gets in the clinch, man, he's got good knees and he's strong. He's a lot stronger than he looks. So yeah, I thought Magny just edged it. If you had Rowe winning, I'm not mad. Like, that's how I feel about it. But yeah, cash it, boys. That was a fucking sweat. But in the end, I thought Magny edged it and was happy to get the victory there. Let's see. Magny double up Rowe on strikes. He won. Yeah, and the significant strikes were close. Rowe wants to be Magny. Rowe won round one clearly. Then he won half of round two. Then Magny took over, won the latter half of the fight. Rowe retarded. Yeah, that was my assessment as well. So if you gave Rowe 1 and 2, I'm not like, what the fuck, dude? How could you ever come up with that score? Like, they were close rounds, man. I don't think like Magny dominated. Even in the third round, he won. That was the clearest to me, but it wasn't like it was still just 10-9 Magny. I could see it either way. You think Magny A-sided Rowe. If you mean in the sense that like he's the more established product, and I don't know. If you mean in the sense that like the narrative went towards Magny, I don't know, man. Like Rowe, they were kind of pushing Phil Rowe. Like, he's from Florida. Fusion XL is right there. I don't know, man. Like, excuse me. Yeah, it was a weird fight. The cards were strange on this fight. Rebecca with the God, Mick is not letting Rebecca get away with that fucking hairline, dude. Mick is letting my dude Mataush have it with the fucking hairline. He said, "Get your fucking shape up together, Bojack." This fight sucked. Card should have been 30-28. Rowe is snake charmed in the Magni zone. Yeah, dude, he did, man. He snake charmed him. Stats were weird. He said, "Get your fucking tighten that shape up, Bo." Rowe followed the Leech blueprint. Blueprint be retarded. It is a blueprint that many follow. Fucking Cody Brundage loves it. Noah Allen, presentation of statistics whenever he needs to prove a point and tells you they are wrong when they prove otherwise. Yes. UFC stats are a joke. I do agree with that. Magni fights are really good at making me not care who won. Dude, if that was your snoozer of the night, I am not mad whatsoever. That could absolutely be snoozer of the night. The only reason it wasn't for me because I was sweating the whole fucking time. But yeah, as someone, if you didn't have action on that fight, oh yeah, that's a put you to sleep snoozer. I don't mind that at all. They can label a jab significant, but Magni landing uppercuts in the clinch, nothing. The stats are usually pretty fucked up. But I will say, I will concede that, yeah, I mean, I do that. I think we all do that. Where, like, when we're in an argument, we highlight things that support our argument and try and deflect the other side. I think that's just kind of what human beings do. If we're going to wax philosophical. Love it. I love it. Yep. Kind of a womp fight. Yeah, my snoozer. Yep. Love it. Yes, indeed. Boring to the fan. Boring to the fan for sure. But yeah, cash that fucking parlay. That one felt good, man. I felt like I was kind of losing my mind for a little bit with these parlays where it's like, dude, I'm not getting crazy with a lot of them. Just not falling my way, dude. But this one, I had the right reads and it came through. Now this one here, I still feel the same way about Brendan Allen because he still fucking does this every time. It paid off for him. So I'm not going to hate on Brendan Allen. Shout out to him. Shout out to Allen Allen. Shout out to anybody that backed Brendan Allen. He was a fucking big, tough guy. And he got it done. He stood in the fire with Silva. He hurt him. He subbed him. Good job. But this is a pattern for Allen. So I would say anyone that's like taping Allen or like trying to cap Allen, this you can count on this at least. Regardless of the result. This is just true. Brendan Allen, in every single fight, win, lose, or draw, he tries to beat his opponent at their own game. Whoever his opponent is, whatever they're good at, Brendan Allen goes in there and says, anything you can do, I can do better. Every time. Sometimes he's successful, sometimes he's not. But you can take that to the fucking bank. And it's more just on his opponent, whether you think he can use that strategy and win. But he is going to do that every single time. Credit to him for getting it done. Kind of like Puna. He was just a little bit crispier than Silva. And it's not like Allen's a good offensive striker. It's just his defense sometimes and like his ego and like willingness to brawl with brawlers. It paid off this time. He hurt Silva bad and ended up choking him. So yeah, credit to Allen. Congrats to all the Allen backers. I just got to eat crow on that one. I gave Allen a lot of shit for just being a fucking cock strong, just bow squatch that just goes in there and tries to fucking be a big fucking tough guy. But it worked out for him. So yeah, I just got to eat the crow there. You got it done. Fucking biting my dude Shafkat style, but whatever. Dude, I dodged a bullet there, man. I dodged a bullet, and I'm glad that I was disciplined with my gambling this week because I really wanted to add another unit. And I can tell you who was going to be in that. A Bruno Silva, something was going to be in there. Either the Silva money line or the Silva KO prop. I was really tempted to do that. And I'm really glad that I didn't. So I'm gonna take that with me moving forward. Good shout. So yeah, no, I didn't really either. Like I thought if they did stand like this, I thought Silva would hurt him. So yeah, I agree with that. Could have gone differently against the guy that works the body. It will go bad. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like he's going to do it again. If he goes up against another good striker or a dangerous striker, he'll do it again. And it's just, do you think he can win it? Do you think if he gets hurt, he'll go to the grappling? He just seems to do that. Oh, this guy thinks he's a good grappler. I'm a better grappler. Oh, this guy thinks he's a good striker. I'm a better striker. That's how Allen does it every single time. He did it again, and it paid off. But he will roll the dice every single time with his opponent's strength. I think that has a lot to do with it. He's 26. He's cocky. He definitely has some swag about him. I don't hate that as far as entertainment value, but he is going to do that. Bruno is limited to yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we talked about that for sure, dude. That is something that you can adjust to. If you see that a guy is doing nothing but swinging at your head, when I see this dude go to attack, all I got to do is fucking roll under this fucking haymaker from Hades and yeah, pivot off. Yeah, dude, Allen is like good dude. I needed it. I really needed it. I'm definitely patting myself on the back for that one. Just more breathing a sigh of relief. Yeah, dude, seriously. It's like, fuck, man. Absolutely. Well spoken, says. Well spoken. Quite right. Quite right. He did make Strickland look like Alex. Yep. He just does it. Maybe he wins again, but you can count on that from Allen. But good job. He got it done. He was the big fight. I'm a big tough guy. I will show you this, bro. But yeah, man. Good job. Good stuff from Brendan Allen. And I'm not going to hate on that too much, man, because I don't think Brad Tavares is a terrible win. Yeah, you can call Tavares a little bit of a jobber. Maybe a little bit washed, but I thought that was a good win for Silva. So I'm not going to shit on Allen beating Silva. I'll just say that. Although I still have the same concerns about Allen. And I think it's just a fucking undeniable pattern at this point. But yeah, that's just something that I'm thinking about moving forward. Now, Onama. Oh, that's my name. What is his name? Onama. Boys, this one felt so fucking good. This win was so fucking righteous. Shout out to both of these guys, man. I talked a lot of shit about Gabriel Santos all week. On Wednesday, I had some very spicy takes on Gabriel Santos and Lerone Murphy on Aaron the Dog MMA show. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. I said that Santos was being overhyped and overrated, and I said the same thing about Lerone Murphy. And you see the results in the fruits of the happening. It's not that Santos was shit. It's not that Murphy was shit. I want to make that clear. Santos and Murphy are both good fighters. But it was just kind of this like one hand washing the other. Like this, Santos is good because he had a close fight with Murphy. And it's not that Murphy's shit. He's got a nice shiny record. It's just he's looking sketchy against some jobbers. And that's really all he has on his UFC record is like jobbers and kind of like other dudes that have been overhyped, like Ricardo Ramos. Like, you know, he has to come back against Makwan. It's like, dude, I don't know. I just think it was all just being a little bit overblown. And this was the biggest thing, though. Despite all that, what I said about those two being overrated, it was that. But it was twofold because Onama was being underrated and overlooked. And I'm sorry, those things were just not congruent to me. A guy that I think is being a little bit overhyped in Murphy, going tooth and nail with him, and that he lost though. Like Murphy won that fight. Murphy wallowed him twice in the second round and clearly won the third. So I feel like people try to get cute with Santos as a huge underdog against Murphy. He overperformed in that fight, like I said, in a fight where he had nothing to lose, short notice, no one's expecting him to beat Murphy. He can go in there and just let it fly. This one, like, dude, the public expected him to win. And like the fucking Rebecca Rajabov fight, when I lined this myself before I looked at the bookies lines, coincidentally, I lined it exactly the same as the bookies. But when I looked at it, it had already flipped. So people just hammered the Santos line. Hammered it. So that's something to keep in mind. Like, just because all this quote unquote, oh God, I heard this all fucking week. Sharp money came in on Santos. Yeah, it was real sharp, wasn't it? That was real sharp. That sharp money to try to get cute with Santos. Nah, bookies had it right this time. So when I saw that Onama sitting at plus 200, oh yeah, that was just automatic. Yeah, I'll show you guys my notes too. As soon as I fucking saw, I just put a fucking money bag emoji next to it, betting it. First bet I made. Should have put more on it. That's something that I can take moving forward. If you feel really strong, like I'm saying this to myself, the next time I feel really strongly about something like that, I might fucking, I'm not like saying I'm gonna fucking start max betting shit, but like it might go a little bit heavier. But let's talk about this fight. It was a good fight. If this was your fight of the night, sure. You won't hear any fucking argument from me, dude. It was a good fight. Santos is a good fighter, man. He hurt Onama a couple times. Wobbled Onama a couple times. And that's something to take moving forward. That's another problem that I've gotten into. A guy wins me money. He knocks a dude out. I'm just, so infatuated with it that I just carry that forward and always back the guy. And that's burned me a couple times. So I'm going to just try and look at Onama moving forward objectively. I just want to get that out of the way. Because, Santos hurt him a couple times. Onama is hittable. But the read that I had on this, and it ended up being correct, Onama has fucking heart. Onama has never been finished. And the way people talked about him, I heard that he was going to get fucking subbed by Santos. I heard that he was going to get knocked out by Santos. I heard all kinds of crazy shit. People fucking mugged David Onama off all fucking week. I heard this same thing come out of like 4 or 5 different people's mouths. Big names in the community. I think Onama can be broken. Bullshit motherfucker. Name me one time where Onama has been broken and finished, because you can't. That was the read on, that was everyone's angle on Santos. Oh, he looked good against Lerone Murphy. He's going to beat Onama. It was just too cute. It was just too cute and easy. So the fight was good. It was a good fight. Santos is a good fighter. He hurt Onama a couple times. He wobbled him in the first round, wobbled him in the second round too. But Onama's tough. He's tough. He recovers well. And this is the other thing that pissed me off. Talking about his cardio. I said this Wednesday, man. People they give Santos a pass for gassing clearly against Murphy. And it was like, well, it's short notice. You be mean to him. It's short notice. But then Onama, it's like, I don't know, man. He gassed in that third round, dude. Like, he gassed out against Nate Landwehr, who does that to everybody. Dan Ige has a massive gas tank. Ige looked tired in the third round against him after beating the shit out of him for 2 rounds. So it's like, everyone was being way too hard on Onama for that. Again, Onama took that fucking fight on short notice. It wasn't 2 or 3 days short notice, but it was still short notice. And he almost killed Landwehr. Hurt him way worse than Ige did. Some refs would have stopped that fight. So the fact that people weren't giving Onama a pass for that and were just like, that was just so off to me. Now look at this fucking finish. You know what? I gotta fucking take another big ass toke before I get into this, because I'm looking forward to fucking talking about this. I'm gonna break this shit down. I'm gonna break this shit all the way down. Agreed. Great assessment. He's not a jobber. If he is, he's high end, but he's washed. Oh, I'm not singling anybody out, man. I'm feeding everybody crow with this one. He did almost get that straight, but that was another thing I said about Onama, dude. He has underrated grappling. He has heart, and he's a good grappler. Look how well he floated on top of Santos. Look how well he reversed position and then was able to turn it into an advantageous position for himself. Look how well he was able to defend the subs. He was smashing him with fucking elbows too. Like, he was not scared to go to the ground with him. He made sure that he ended up on top. I love that. I love that, baby. I love a good fucking top game. Your boy is a sucker for a good top game. Top pressure, stay heavy, fucking smash the Brazilian jiu-jitsu nerd in his fucking face. I love that shit, dude. So yeah, underrated grappler. Onama's got the fucking power. He's got cardio. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That's another dude. He has some Rebeski tendencies where he fights hard for 15 minutes, even if he gets tired. Onama can fight tired. I don't want to hear no different. It didn't make any sense. Everyone thought that close loss should have been a win against a guy that fights every 15 months was incredible. Dude, I'm saying. Onama got caught and 3-1 way off. Yeah, he's had so many canceled fights. He doesn't fight that much. Murphy's a good fighter. Just a little bit overrated. A little bit overrated. I just want to make that clear. Yeah, it was. He got exposed a little bit. Half unit. Nice, dude. Nice. Man, I tell you what, that dude right there, Stubborn Mick, he's like, seems to be one of the sharpest dudes around. Like, even if he doesn't have the initial read right, he makes a lot of good live bets. He does a good job of minimizing damage. And then he just fucking nails some dude. I see few people put more winning bets in the chat than Stubborn Mick. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to the Dome. How do you take that durability issue? So, yeah, that's a good question. And like that is something I'm going to look at moving forward. So, durability to me is like a very nuanced thing. Chins, durability, recoverability, like toughness, those are very nuanced things to me. I've talked about this a lot on the channel. Like, and that's something we can definitely dive into. But like, yeah, I'm looking at that moving forward. I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind. Onama can be hurt. So if it's against a dude that has like a death touch, I'm going to cap that a little bit differently. But if he's fighting a dude that doesn't have a lot of power and has durability issues themselves, and that was another read I had on Santos. Yes, he'd never been knocked out, but the dude gets hurt all the fucking time. He got hurt by Murphy. He got flatlined by fucking Marcio Barbosa. I was telling people that I was screaming to anyone that would listen. Santos has a dodgy chin. He gets put in horrible positions on the regional scene. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah. Now I'm gonna fucking get into the fucking X's and O's real quick, and then we'll just press on. Yeah, that felt good. It felt real good, man. Felt vindicated. This was such a nice cherry on top. I know people went heavy on Santos, and I'm sorry if it didn't go your way on that one, but this one it felt too good. It felt too good. I'm just gonna soak it in. But yeah, you see that avatar right there, boys? You see what I'm looking at right there? Now, what we're looking at here is this is the finishing sequence. This is second round. So Onama has been hurt a couple times already. It's been a good back and forth fight. It was a good fight. If this was your fight of the night, dude, I ain't even mad at you. It was a good fight. Good scrap. Shout out to both. Santos is not done. He'll bounce back. But yeah, definitely got to work on that defense. I'm sure I'm getting on people's nerves as much as I talk about this, but I just can't help it because people don't talk about it enough. It's starting to get talked about more, but people don't talk about it enough. What I'm talking about, and y'all may or may not know what's coming, but look, this is the finishing sequence. This is right before Onama cleans his fucking clock. Why? I got a question. I got a burning question for the chat. Why is Santos looking the other way? What is causing Santos to look the other way? Can anybody tell me? No. No, it says no. Starts with a J, ends with a B. 3-letter word. The motherfucking jab, baby. The motherfucking JAB. The building block. The foundation. The first punch you learn. The most important punch in boxing. I've pointed out countless examples. This is another one. Everything works off the jab. Is what my first and only boxing coach taught us. He would say it every fucking day when we were warming up shadow boxing. He'd ask us while we were doing it. He'd just call us out. Stretch, what works off the jab? Everything. So he called me. Stretch. I'm tall. Dude, the jab is a multifunctional punch. It can hurt you. It can throw your rhythm off. And it can do what it did to Gabriel Santos. It can blind you. Onama set this knockout up with the jab. The jab made Gabriel Santos turn his head away, and he never saw this punch coming. And the ones you don't see coming are the ones that hurt you the most. To this day, the worst I have ever been hurt in a fight or in sparring or in anything, like a street fight, anything, I still don't know what I got hit with because I never seen it. It was the biggest, hardest hitting dude in the gym. And like, I still don't know what he hit me with because I didn't see it. Gabriel Santos did not see this punch coming because of the jab. Jab jobber. It's funny, dude. He throws out the jab. It was kind of a throwaway jab, to be honest. But he throws out the jab. Santos parries it and turns his head. So it was not just an uppercut out of nowhere. Jab, uppercut, shovel hook, corkscrew hook, whatever you want to call it. Look at that shit, dude. Just, that is the sweet spot too, man. I'm telling y'all, that's that nerve. That's the nerve that when it gets pinched, you're going out. Right under the ear, right between your jaw and your neck. The fucking first two knuckles was right. Look at Onama's first two knuckles, just right on that motherfucker. You got it, baby. The fucking jab, baby. Love it, dude. That's the sweet science, man. Onama was the better boxer. I said it all week. And he hit him on the way down, too. That's another thing in boxing, man. You hurt a guy. You can't hit him once they hit the ground, but you can definitely hit him when they on the way down, that motherfucker. He hit him on the way down, and he was out. Cha-ching. Lobby knows about the boxing. Blinding jab. Shovel hook. Good night, nurse. Cash it, boys. That one felt good, man. That one felt real fucking good. Money in the bank. Feels good to win. Feels real good to win. But we can move on, man. Just had to soak that in. Beautiful stuff from David Onama. Shout out to Santos, man. He's a tough dude. He's a good young fighter. He'll be back. He will be back. Weird one. Lane wasn't looking too bad, dude. I'll tell you what, as long as that lasted, Lane looked better than I had seen him look in previous tape. I will say that. That's the best I've seen Lane look. But this is just what happened. Like, gruesome eye poke. He like I don't know what Tafa is talking about though with the disqualification. That's a little weird. Maybe he's just upset, like emotions running high. But dude, he clearly didn't mean to do it. He apologized to you profusely. He tweeted it out publicly how sorry he was. You could tell that he didn't mean to do it. Like he went over to you immediately and was like, "Dude, I'm really fucking sorry. Like I like it was accidental. It happened like it wasn't like they were at range and he John Jones them where he like I jabbed him. Like it was a flurry and like Lane like instinctively just like put his hand up and they just like met in the middle and it just like I'm trying to think of another one that was like that where he just like dug his finger like his finger went into his eye. Like that wasn't like brushed across like his finger like he skull fucked him for real and like Tafa's eye was fucked off. A little disturbing how long he had to sit there and they discussed it. It's like, no, dude, this is over. This is clearly over. Tafa's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. And doctor's like, no, he's not good. Everyone can see that too. Like, bro, you're not good, bro. You are a fucking one-eyed man. You are a fucking one-eyed sailor right now. So yeah, no contest. DQ. Come on, man. Come on, Tafa. You're better than that. Come on now. Being a little hard on Austin Lane for that, dude. He'll be back in LFA. Yeah, dude, that was fucking skull fucking penetration. He got his fucking skull fucking cherry pop, dude. He cost him his win bonus. God. What did he win? Lane was low-key winning the fight. But yeah, man, I don't have too much to say on that. That was such a dumpster fire to begin with. Why was that so high? I mean, it must have just been for Lane, but I will say Lane was looking a little bit better than what I was expecting initially. But yeah, just weird into the fight. Man, I do not mind eating crow here. I really wish I had picked Macy. Shout out to the Macy Barber backers. There's your flowers, boys. Good shit. Good call. This should have seen this one coming. Should have seen this one coming. I picked Amanda because of how good she looked against Viviani. I thought that she would mix in the grappling a little bit more, but she fucking tried to Brendan Allen, the better striker. And Macy is not like, she's just underrated, man. Dude, y'all have got to get over that Miranda Maverick shit. I know your fucking Miranda Maverick bets got busted, but that was a close fight, dude. Stop calling that some domination by Maverick. You just hating on Macy Barber. Even the Andrea Lee fight, that was close too. Andrea Lee didn't dominate anything. That was a close fight. It's like, Hebus was total simp bait. I hate it too because I simp for both of these chicks. I've been simping more for Macy, honestly, recently. And I've been off the Hebus simping. Like I used to simp for Hebus, but Norma Dumont has kind of cured me of that. And Tabitha Ricci a little bit too. So yeah, like I'm just kicking myself for not picking Macy, dude, because I was rooting for her. Like I told y'all on the dome, man. I like picked Amanda, kind of wanting Macy to win this one though, dude. So I was happy to eat crow here. Shit, I need to change this. To me, this was the fight of the night. Look at Macy's face right there, dude. She got her fucking shit busted. Amanda put blood on. She broke her nose. That's a broken nose. Like, she was leaking bad, dude. Now, a little blood, yeah. You get punched in the nose a few times, you're gonna leak a little bit. It just happens. It's happened to me plenty. Like, you just get some blood up in your nose. That was not just a little blood up in her nose. Her nose was leaking. Amanda broke her nose. She broke Amanda's nose too. Like, it was a good fight, dude. I'm not even gonna hate on these chicks, man. I give WMMA enough of a hard time. I will give them the credit when they fucking go for it and they put on a fight like this. I will give it its just due. This was fight of the night. I'm sorry. For me, this is fight of the night. It was a sweet fight. Amanda dropped her, bloodied her nose up, and then Macy fucking ended it. She fucking head kicked her, cracked her with her right hand, dropped her with another punch, and then just fucking brutalized her on the ground. Kick-ass fight. For a WMMA fight, this fight fucking rocked. I loved every second of it. Shout out to both of them. Big shout out to Macy Barber. Hey, dude. Go back and watch that Alexa Grasso fight. Macy was fucking Alexa up in the third round. Macy's 25. Let's say that again. Macy Barber's only 25. And she's got 10 UFC fights. And she's fucking mean. And she's got good grappling defense. She's got pretty decent grappling, period. She's got good wrestling, pretty good takedown defense, killer cardio. She's durable, and she's mean as fuck, and she hits hard. Everyone gives her shit. People were giving her so much shit for calling herself the future. How are we feeling about that one now? Because for the first time, she really did look like she could be the future. IJS. Macy fucking Barber. That's the coming out party, dude. Yeah, a little fishy. A little fishy. Lane would have died. Yeah, maybe. Fair enough. Barber, easy, says Noah. Never get 8. Victory lap, homie. Put you over for that one for sure. Modafferi, outlier. Look at Islam Makhachev. He got fucking sparked by Adriano Martins. Ooh, that's my stomach grumbling. Hear that? I'm gonna need to eat some fucking lunch here in a little bit. I had a very light breakfast. I've been doing some intermittent fasting where I like start eating late in the day or a little bit later, and then I only eat for like 8 hours. But yeah, I need some lunch. This is my old tummy grumbling. Tafa lucked out. Lane won't looking too bad. The future, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, it was for me. It was for me. Topuria Emmett was not fight of the night. We're going to talk about that in a second, but it was not, man. Topuria Emmett was a fucking drubbing. It was a fucking shellacking. Position over submission. Tell him. Tell him again, Noah. I did too. No, yeah, for sure. Kick-ass fight, man. Fucking bloodbath. What more do you want? And it ends in a finish. Woo! That fight made me say, woo! Happy to be wrong. Happy to eat crow. Just Leo, Wolf of Wall Street, gift clap. Good shit, Macy Barber. That entertained me greatly. This was not so much a fight as a beating. To call this fight of the night is disrespectful to Ilia Topuria. Straight the fuck up. To score the Jenkins fight for Jenkins is a little racist. I don't say that often, but that's a little racist and disrespectful to Jamal Emmers. To give this fight of the night is disrespectful to Ilia Topuria. This is performance of the night. My pick was right. My read was wrong. Let me explain that. I picked Ilia Topuria, but a theme for me in this fight, and it was the same with Allen too. So my read on this was wrong. I was like, oh, so-and-so needs to grapple to win. So-and-so needs to mix it up to win. Well, Allen didn't need to do that, and neither did Ilia Topuria. I thought Ilia Topuria was going to have a tough time with Emmett in some spots. Like, he got hit a couple times. He definitely got I won't say he never got wobbled, hurt, but he definitely got stunned a couple times where he had to reset and oh shit, okay, Emmett's still here. But I think it kind of kept him honest and kept him fighting smart. And boy, did he ever box well. He beat Emmett at his own game. He just stood in the pocket with him and was just the better pocket boxer. Kept his defense tight, kept his hands up, really good blocking. There was a couple times where it's if Ilia had his hands down, he might have gotten hurt bad. But he kept his hands up. He blocked well. He kept his non-punching hand up to his fucking cheek. He parried punches well. He slipped really well. He made sure that his defense was multi-layered. It was on point. He slipped well. He parried well. He used good distance management. He just outboxed Josh Emmett. And he's offensively, Ilia's fucking mustard. Ilia's overhand right was on point. His left hook, dude, he hit Josh Emmett with a lot of left hooks. Just great stuff from Topuria. Great offensive striking. Man, he got head kicked by Jai Herbert. Head kicks hurt people. So I don't know, man. Maybe that's being a little overblown. I don't know, man. Topuria just looked kind of like Macy, where it's dude, he's only 20. Dude, Topuria I was just talking about how young Macy Barber is. Topuria's only 26. 3 years from now, he'll still be in his 20s. That's kind of gnar. He's looking better each fight. Look the fuck out for Ilia Topuria. I thought he might have been getting a little bit overrated. Not anymore. Go back and look at the fucking Yair Rodriguez fight, man. Emmett hurt Yair bad. He didn't ever really hurt Ilia that bad. So I think the whole Ilia having a bad chin and Yair just Yair is definitely going to be champ now. Man, I think Yair more likely to get sparked out than Ilia at this point, honestly. I don't know, dude. That was good shit from Ilia Topuria. Thank God I picked him. My picks were terrible, but this is the first time this has happened, I think, ever. I'm trying to remember if I've ever done this before, but for the first time, like I said, maybe ever, definitely in a while, I forgot to put my Tapology picks in. And it wasn't a bad card to have that happen because my picks were shit. I'm not trying to hide from this or run from this, but and I want to put that up there, but I'm telling people to follow me on Tapology, and it's just every time it's just not going to match up because my dumbass forgot to put the picks in. I didn't know I was going to have a shitty night with picks, so it's not I know that I'm gonna have a shitty night, so let me not put my picks in on purpose. I just fucking forgot. I was concentrating a lot on the betting this week, and funnily enough, there's been so many weeks recently where I've forgotten to put my picks in for the pub contest. This week, I made sure to get my pub contest picks in early. I put them in Wednesday or Thursday, and then I forget my Tapology picks. That's That's pretty fucking typical. Just fucking dumbass TC move. But yeah, I forgot to do that. But I'm not hiding from my picks either. They were shit. My picks were terrible. Dude, maybe my worst prelim performance ever. Like, I got every pick wrong except for Rebeski and Magny. Thank God, because those are the two that I bet. So for once, even though all these picks I got wrong, I got 7 picks wrong. The few that I did get right, I put my money in those spots. So I'll take it. I really needed this weekend, boys, for my confidence with the betting, because I wasn't like trying to lose hope or anything, but it's just like I just had to keep telling myself to not lose hope, because it was starting to feel that way where it's like, no, just stay the course, trust your instincts, and like felt like I finally just, okay, my reads were finally fucking right for once. So I needed that shit, man. I needed it bad. So yeah, heading back in the right direction. Heading back in the right direction. Stop the bleeding, boys. We put a couple sutures in. The hemorrhaging has stopped for the time being. So yeah, man, that's the recap. Lengthy recap, but some really good interactions. We've had 10 people in the chat a couple times. So shout out to everyone that's been here. Shout out to everyone that's been contributing. The recaps are here just as much for y'all as for me. Anyone that comes in here has had to listen to me yak about this shit. So man, y'all let me have it. These picks where y'all have the right reads and these bets, let me have it, man. Feed me the crow. Because my picks were really shitty. Horrible reads, but thank goodness where I put my money was right on. So yeah, man, that's the recap. Shout out to everyone that was here for it. And yeah, man, call your shots during the week and then come in here and fucking say a fucking toe-to-so. A fucking toe-to-so, 2 cents. A fucking toe-to-so. Yeah, talking about Barber, and I agree. I think you could have stopped it between 4 and 5. I think you could have stopped it during the 4th round. Yeah, he didn't, man. He really didn't. Like, got him to realize that Emmett could still potentially hurt him, but he never really did badly. I think Volk beats them both, but yeah, I still favor Volkanovski. Volkanovski, that fucking dwarf son of a bitch. He just forced me to respect him. He's just the fucking featherweight goat, whether I fucking like it or not. At no time was exactly. Not whatsoever. None whatsoever times. Yep. I until further notice, I have to just say that I can't, like, as a Max Holloway stan, he's literally just, not literally, but he's like figuratively beaten the respect into me. I've just been conditioned to respect Volkanovski. My best reads are avoiding echo chambers. Dude, I did it. That's how I made money this weekend. Not a lot, but damn sure better than losing. Appreciate it, duder. Oh, also, Grant Dawson rolling great. 3rd round finish live. Great. Dawson season, baby. Nice. I like it. All right. So that was UFC Jacksonville. That's what I think about it. Picks were shit. Bets were money. It was a decent time. I give it a B. I give the card a B overall. The highlights were really fucking sweet. There were quite a few lowlights though, so I can't quite give it an A, but I'm not going to totally hate on it either. For a fight night card, I give it a B. Give it an 85. Now we are also going to do a little previewing. I reckon this will be like a 3-hour stream. I'll bullshit for an hour about this. Just kind of give it a little look over. I have set my lines for the prelims, so I'm gonna talk about that. And I have to use the bathroom though, so I will be back. Take a brief intermission. Might have a quick snack for my fucking rumbling tummy, and then we'll get back to it. But yeah, man, good show so far. 10 peeps in the building. Just talking our shit, and like I said, I will be back. So yeah. Enjoy Russia's favorite loop. Chav, as always, this is for you.
My wife's in a meeting, so I can't blast it.
No, I hit the effect. Back in action, boys. Shout out to the 5 people still hanging tough. A little over 2 hours into it. Had a great recap of UFC Jacksonville. Had 10 people in here. That's sick. Excuse me. But now, what we're going to do is I'm going to move this banner up because it's out of place. Right there. And that's throwing me off. Okay. Reload the chillin'. Change gears. And preview this next one. Got a little bit of coffee left. A little bit of pop. Have a coffee pot. And then we'll talk about this. Weed, herb, grass coffee pot. We call it weed Cali. We smoke it in the chalice. Take your shoes off, boy, and try not to be callous. Yes, I love this chalice. Shout out to my local dispensary for handing them out this past 420 for free. Got a free chillin', got a free spoon pipe. Still haven't used that yet, but this chillin's just so money. I like holding it like a cigarette. It's like some chillums, you know how some chillums are like really fucking thick and like fat. This is a nice thin one. It's like twice the girth of a fucking like glass one hitter. You know those quartz glass one hitters, or sometimes they're metal. They're like a cigarette. They kind of look like a cigarette, and they got the little fake filter looking shit plastic on the end of it. Well, I'd say this is like twice as thick as that, but it's still like light enough you can hold it like a cigarette. Light enough you can hold it in your mouth too. Maybe it's good for driving. What I'm saying. You can hold it and light it with one hand. So like some chillum, you can't fucking. Yeah, you gotta hold it with both hands, or you gotta light it and hold it with 2 hands. So we're going back to Vegas, boys. We're going back to the desert. UFC Vegas 76, aka UFC on ESPN 48, I believe. Let's look at the background for this shit. Scheduled events. UFC Apex. Strickland versus Makhmedov, also known as UFC on ESPN 48, is an upcoming mixed martial arts event produced by Ultimate Fighting Championship that will take place on July 1st, 2023 at the UFC Apex facility in Enterprise, Nevada, part of the Las Vegas metropolitan area, United States. Background. A middleweight, I'm reading this off Wikipedia, if anyone wants to follow along. A middleweight bout between Sean Strickland and Abu Sufyan Magomedov is expected to headline the event. A middleweight bout between Abdul Razak Al Hassan and Bruno Ferreira was originally expected to take place at UFC Fight Night Dern versus Hill, but was moved to this event for unknown reasons. From Hell Pichel and the Benoit Saint Denis were scheduled to meet in a lightweight bout. However, Pichel pulled out in late May due to injury and was replaced by Ishmael Bonfim. A flyweight bout between Clayton Carpenter and Steven Urseg was expected to take place at this event, but was scrapped after Carpenter pulled out due to an undisclosed injury. They were previously scheduled to meet at the sixth season of Dana White's Contender Series in 2022 and UFC Fight Night Dern versus Hill on May 2023, but Urseg pulled out due to visa issues. Urseg was rescheduled versus David Dojak at UFC 289. The Ultimate Fighter Heavy Hitters women's featherweight winner Macy Chiasson was expected to face former Invicta FC bantamweight champion and UFC women's featherweight champion challenger Yana Santos in a bantamweight bout at the preliminary card. However, Chiasson pulled out 2 weeks after the fight announcement and was replaced by Carol Hosa in a featherweight bout. A featherweight bout between Joe Anderson Brito and Hussein Ashkabab was expected to take place at the event. However, Ashkabab withdrew for unknown reasons and was replaced by Weston Wilson. There you go. There's the background. Per Wikipedia. Don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger. In short, F word this fucking card. Yeah, I basically just read a whole lot of nothing. This jobber was supposed to do this. This jobber was supposed to do that. Now, let me look at this card in totality. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. The main card looks like, aside from Strickland Abus, that main card could even for a fight night card, man. No, this is not good. I agree with what Aaron said earlier and what Noah's saying now. This card sucks. Not just saying that. It is not a hipster take. That is just true. This card sucks. Take Strickland Abus out of it. It sucks. The prelims are terrible. It's weird too, though. Could the prelims also not be the main card? Like, there's more recognizable names on the prelims than the main event. For real. It looks like they should just be flipped. Aside from the main event, obviously. But, like, Kevin Lee Renat, that's more like a main card opener. And, like, Alexander Romanov Blagoy, that's another one that's like, that's a main carder or a main card opener. Why is that on the prelims and fucking like Nurse Sultan and Bruno Fajeda is opening? Now I get that's probably going to be exciting. I guess I can understand that. But it's just weird, man. This card's weird, dude. Weird. There's like all this fucking shit going everywhere and fucking rhinos and shit. I don't know, man. But I did set my lines. Once again, Now, again, this is a little experiment, much like my betting period. The second week in a row, I've set my own lines prior to glancing at the bookies' lines. See how I fare this week. Now, no spoilers, god damn it. I have not looked at these lines yet. I've set my own for the prelims. So don't even tell me lobby CDQ type people that like to spoil things in the chat and wind me up and fucking. No, I'm just playing lobby. I love you. Please don't leave. Yes, here we go. Let's really preview this shit. And we did it. This card sucks. See you later. Show up Wednesday to Aaron the dog, and I'll see you fucks on Friday. Goodbye. It was real. Goodbye. What does the LAB say? Hello. Goodbye. The fire extinguisher's not working. What y'all know about the fucking LA Beast, dude? What y'all know about the LA Beast and some chocolate bootless? I can't see. Oh, me. What y'all know about eating 4,000 fucking pieces of bacon? Skippy 62 Abel. Sorry, it's just some old bro shit. Fair. Y'all can go fuck yourselves, and I'll see you Friday. No. Okay, so I did set my lines. Let's talk about it. Don't spoil in the chat lobby. I could never block you, but I will fucking time you out. I've done it before. I don't want to. It's not something that I enjoy doing. But if you force my hand, I'll do it. But I could never block a lobby CDQ. He's just too much of an old bud. But yeah, let's just start. Let's begin at the beginning. I do want to know, though, don't spoil it for me now, but if y'all had to set the line, what would you guys set this fight at? If you did it yourselves. Now, y'all might have already looked at the bookies' lines. I don't know. Romanov versus Ivanov. This is how I said it. I haven't looked at the lines yet. And I don't know if these are technically, like, statistically or mathematically, like, how you would, if you have this line set at this, the other line will be this. I don't know what the, like, difference is as far as the number itself. But just well, like I said, don't use this as like a hard thing, but just like this is around the range that I would set it at. And this is only the second time I've ever done it. So, and I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing anyway. So just let me know what y'all think. This is a little experiment. Y'all check me out. Peasant Bets at betmma.tips. So this is what I would set it at. Like I said, I don't know what is normally a -3. What's the underdog comeback if someone is a -350? Whatever that would be, that's what Ivanov would be. I don't know if it would be +200. It might be more than that, like +225. If someone is set at -350, it's probably what, like +225 or something, right? So I'll just put that. +215. I'll just say +215. But if y'all was to set that yourselves, what would y'all put that at? Maybe it shouldn't be that high. Maybe like I said, I haven't looked at it, but that's what I just did. Just off the top of my head, how Blagoy looked in his last fight. Maybe it's way closer. I don't know though, dude. I still have like some question marks about Romanov, but I'm just guessing what I think the bookies would do there. Maybe like -300 plus 185 or something for Blagoy, but I can't imagine Blagoy being the favorite. Just the upside for Romanov, the youth. Like, I don't know, man. Blagoy just looks so slow, but Romanov, like, still kind of like, I know Blagoy's probably got the more of a gas tank. I just don't like the idea of betting Blagoy even ever again. But yeah, me personally, I put Romanov as a favorite. Maybe that's a little too high. But yeah, what do y'all think? Like I said, full disclosure, second time I've ever done this. I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing anyway. So, what do y'all think? Let's see what it actually is. Best fight odds. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not even close. Man, I was way off. Holy shit. Yeah. This is what the actual line is. I'll just use the book that I use, which I know it's a fucking square book. It's one of the only ones that have fucking let me open up an account. But let's see. Romanov. This 140 versus Blagoy. Plus 15, which that is. Hey, that MGM is giving you the best line on Ivanov if you like that side. Why did I just put that in the chat? You get the idea. I'll just delete this. Ban user and delete their comments. Put user in timeout. What is this? No. I can't remove it. So that's interesting. I think I just want to stay away from that fight. I think I don't like that fight, and I just want to stay away from it. Staying away. But what I will do is move on to the next fight, which I also have line. So this is Guram. Next fight is Guram Kutadaladze versus Elvis Brenner. Minus. God damn. All right. So this was my line. This is what I said this at. I did have Guram the favorite. I didn't have it quite that wide, though. Jesus Christ. I said it Guram minus 400. And Brenner like plus 275. Like I said, I don't know. If someone's a minus 400, whatever they would be as a dog. I don't know. Maybe that should be higher, plus 300 or plus 325. I don't really know. As far as that goes, I need to do a little bit more research on that, like how to actually calculate the difference between how much of a difference there should be between a dog and a favorite, depending on which you set what price at. You know what I mean? If you set the favorite at this, what should the underdog be? That kind of thing. But this is what my line was. Guram's a way bigger favorite than that. Another one. I know touch this thing. Because if I try and get cute with a prop there, I'm on the Guram side. Just to I just am. I just don't know. I don't comfortably know which route of victory he will take. You know what I mean? Not enough to bet it. Are there any props out of this one? No, not really anything. Not this early. Yeah, it's just prohibitive favorite. This is what the real line is. Like I said, I'm just using my my square book, which is actually giving out some of the better money line odds right now, especially for underdogs. I don't know about some of the offshore books or whatever, but this is just the ones they have on best fight odds. At MGM line, Guram is minus 650. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. No, sir, that's unbettable. Even if you know that Guram's going to win, why would you parlay that money line? It's just going to drag the odds of your shit down. You're better off just not doing it. And just there's no risk then. And you're not really get that you've reached a point of diminishing returns if you're parlaying minus 650. You just have. That's the point of diminishing returns. Guram versus Elvis. Elvis is such a wild name, dude. Yeah, we gonna name him Elvis. Yeah. Elvis. Wow. All right. So yeah, this is the This is the best line you can get on Elvis Brenner. Is my fucking square ass book. So it's a little wider than peasant bets, but yeah. No, thank you. Why? Why? Unless you like Brenner, why get stupid with Guron? I don't know. It's just my early thoughts. Okay. All right. This next one. Oh my God! Please, someone stop me! Somebody stop me! God. Okay. This is the peasant bet line on this next fight. This is wild. All right, so this next fight, Luana Carolina versus Ivana Petrovic. This is how I lined it. Just didn't think about it a lot. Just knee jerk. Look briefly at Petrovic's Tapology. I had a little Luana Carolina in my mind. One time for my mind, a slight favorite. Based purely on experience. And boys, I'm a looking here at these lines. Like, someone please stop me from betting God. Fucking syntax error. Dumb fuck syntax error. Someone stop me from betting on WMMA, please. Because this is like almost forcing my hand. I'm sorry. Just on experience alone. I don't know, man. I'm going to have to tape it, but dogger pass. Knee jerk reaction, dogger pass. You're just getting greasy with a chick on her debut. Not a lot of experience. Minus 225. Nah, I got to see it first. Someone stop me from betting Luana Carolina, please. Please talk some sense into me. Because that's it. She's the side, if anything. Or I'll just stay the fuck away from it. Just talk me into staying away from it. Please. It's too low level. Just remind me that it's low level women's MMA and just tell me to stay away. General, please. Please stop me from betting Luana Carolina. Because she's not a very good fighter, but like the chick is totally unproven. That's wild. That's wide to me. I'm sorry, that's wide. Caroline air pass. But yeah, that's what I have to say about that. It's another fight. Brito. We'll do Brito and Wilson. This was Brito and Wilson. What I said, Brito and Wilson at. So I do have Brito a decent favorite, and I'm very curious to see what the bookies have this at. Where the fuck is that line? Wow, they don't have a line. What? Whoa. Whoa. There's only one lineup, but it's Joe Anderson Brito minus 800. Nah, dude, he ain't that fucking good. He's good, but he ain't that good. That's maybe I should have it wider, but even so, even if it's minus 400, that's enough for me to stay away. Brito is not undefeated, man. He's like he's good. He's a good fighter. I would take Weston Wilson. It's just a pass for me. Without looking right now, it's a pass. Now, Rinat Fakhretdinov and Kevin Lee. Rinat Fakhretdinov and Kevin Lee. I'll tell you right now that I think that, and yeah, BetMGM does not have a lineup for oh man, this is wild, dude. This is fucking wild. Whoa. Just did not expect this. And this is wild. Okay, so I I have Renat line way higher than the books do. like way higher. So I can tell you right now off the bat, I will probably be parlaying Renat Fakhretdinov. That's my most confident pick on the prelims so far. Now this is the real line, at least for the book that I'm using, which wow, they just really don't think much of Renat. They're really high still on Kevin Lee. I don't know, dude. Yeah, maybe I'm just buying into the hype. Fakhretdinov, but I like what I've seen so far. Damn it. Cursor is really pissing me off. Yeah, this is what BetMGM has it. 190 minus 190, dumb fuck. Yeah, as long as Renat stays under minus 200, I'm a parlay him. It's not that I think I think Kevin Lee's a little bit better than people give him credit for. I just don't think he's a dude that's very untrustworthy, and he's a dude that's incredibly inactive. Kevin Lee hasn't fought in over a year, and his last fight was against Diego Sanchez, and he couldn't put him away. I don't know, dude. Kevin Lee's still only 30. Like, maybe I'm just thinking the guy's like done, but I don't know, man. I like Renat to get it done. Yeah, it's like the inactivity. I could have swore Kevin Lee was older than that, but yeah, I guess I forget how young he was. And I think like he does get kind of underrated a little, but and I know like this would be like one of the lowest level of guys that he's lost to in a while, but it's just matchup wise, a dude that I know is gonna just grapple relentlessly. I don't know, man. Let me see. Yeah, I mean Kevin Lee, he's got pretty good takedown defense. He like he's got way more experience. Period. It's not like I don't understand the Kevin Lee side. And maybe I'm hyping up Renat too much. I don't know. Maybe it's not maybe it's a buy low spot on Kevin Lee. Yeah. Yeah. Kevin Lee's untrustworthy, but maybe, yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe I just stay away. Renat's my most confident pick to win, but yeah, maybe I just need to stay away. But I'm gonna have to tape all this shit. But that's kind of, yeah, that's pretty much gonna be my preview. I'll talk for a couple minutes about Sean Strickland and Abus Yapan. Abus, how do you pronounce it? Abus Yasupian. Abu Sufyan. Abu Sufyan. That's what it is. Abu Sufyan Magomedov. I think that this down. I think it's a pretty good test for Abus. This is a risky fight for Strickland. The way he fights. Abus does give me some like not as on a higher level, but maybe a little bit of Alex Pereira vibes. Like a heavy hitting dude that Strickland stands and bangs with. But without looking at the lines, I would probably line Strickland the favorite, slight favorite. But I don't know, man. I have not taken a huge look at this card, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of tape study. And if you want to know what my picks are gonna be, you're gonna have to tune into Aaron the Dog MMA Wednesday. Subscribe to his channel. Check out his content he does all throughout the week. But I will give my picks out then, and I will probably have a bet or two locked in. But yeah, these are weird lines to me so far. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing as far as setting the lines, but just as even maybe not the numbers themselves, just like even who I think is going to win. Like, I was surprised that Caroline is the underdog, that much of an underdog. I was surprised that what the fuck? I was surprised to see Guram that much of a favorite against Elvis Brenner. I didn't have him quite that steep. And also Romanov and Blagoy. I thought Romanov would be a little heavier of a favorite. So all the lines have been off from what I set them. But again, I don't really know what I'm doing. But I still think Carolina is way off. I think she should be a slight favorite just based on the experience. But I'm going to have to take Petrovic. I'm going to have to take Weston Wilson. Abdul Razak and Bruno Fajea is a sweet fight. Benoit Saint Denis and Ishmael Bonfim is a sweet fight. And I think Griffin and Morales will be tasty too. I think that's that'll be a fun one. Is Magulov and Grant Dawson as well. So there's some fun fights on this card. But it's just okay. It's just like 3 fun fights, and I don't know, just not a very strong card. Oh yeah, you better believe it. You better believe it. This could be this could either be a Strickland Pereira or a Strickland Imavov type situation. Yeah, I think I think Guram is maybe a little bit overhyped, kind of like Gamrot, a little bit overhyped, but he's a good fighter. I think he wins. I think he should be the favorite, but that's pretty wide for me. So a lot of these, it's like, yeah, I think this dude's gonna win, but I'm probably not gonna bet it. I may, dude. It's gonna be another card I don't go very heavy on. It's just really greasy, and I don't know. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look at it more. I'm gonna do a lot of tape study this evening and tomorrow, and I'll have a better understanding of how I'm gonna play this card, and I will have my picks together by Wednesday. So yeah, that's what I think. And I think, are you fucking kidding me? Are you straight up fucking kidding me, dude? Oh my fucking god. He pulled out? Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Is this true? Did he really fucking pull out, dude? Oh my god. Wait, Abdul. Is that a different fighter? Is this a different if this is non-UFC, I have no idea. You'll have to elaborate a little bit if you're talking about non-UFC, because I'm just not up on it. But yeah, man, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. It was a pretty good one. Got to have a little look-see over UFC Vegas 76. So yeah, I think it's an interesting fight in the main event. There's a couple good ones, but overall, it's just a weird card. Greasy lines, weird lines. I'm just getting weird vibes from this fucking fight card already. It's just not. It just looks like another weird. Oh, Abdul Razak. Oh God, sorry, Abdul Razak. Jesus. Sorry about that. Yes. Cool. That's uncircumcised Euro countries. Fucking anteater dick countries, non-chopping their fucking foreskin off countries. Um interesting. Oh my god. Yep. So Bruno KO is the one. Gonna be like minus 190 parlay piece, but he won't finish him. It was be like a 3-round beating where the ref should have stopped it like 3 times. Man, this card's greasy. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay the fuck away from it for the most part, probably. We'll see though. Maybe I get too tempted, but this just is gonna be another light one. Unit and a half, maybe. I don't know how I feel about betting 2 or 3 units on this one. I just nah. We'll see though. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. Y'all have a good rest of the week. Good luck with your tape study and bets and shit. And I will hopefully see y'all Wednesday on Aaron's show. And then again on Friday, I'll be back here. Let me get this shit ready. Let me get my unfinished loop ready. Yeah, this is a good stream though, dude. Had 10 people in here. I consider that a success. Appreciate everyone that came through. Like I said, have a good week. Good luck. And yeah, I think we got everything pretty well covered. UFC Jacksonville went well for me as far as betting. I want to continue that. Finally get into the green for 2023. I've been close, man. I've been within a unit of getting green. So I have more faith after this past card. That was a great card for my confidence, and I'm going to take that going into this week. But this is a weird card, man. It's a really weird card, so I'm going to have to do some tape study. But like I said, Wednesday, make sure y'all are subscribed to Aaron the Dog MMA. Tune in Wednesday. I'll let you know what my picks are and how I feel about this card. Like I said, I'll probably have a couple bets. Yeah, then I'll be back Friday on this channel to cover the weigh-ins. And yeah, looking forward to that as well. So y'all have a good week. Good luck. Thanks again for stopping through. Smash the like button before you get out here. Shout out to the fucking Dome. Shout out to the boys at Pub Sports Radio. Shout out to Addicted to Combat. Shout out to my dude Aaron the Dog MMA. Subscribe to all those channels. Have a good week. I love you all. This has been just my 2 cents. Catch you boys on the next one. Peace.